Hi, I'm not sure if you're seeing this because I pressed the wrong button, so give me a wave if you're actually seeing this stream, because I might have stopped it and then started it again. Waits for a wave, starts game in meantime. Cool, thank you, Gravnot. A few of you instantly here as the difference of having a expedition to look at. Hi Gravnot, hi Ignition, hi Alphas, hi myself. I'm not going to say myself. Right, I was having problems yesterday with Social Stream, and I wanted to try and get that working, but it doesn't seem to be working even now. Oh no, I am seeing it. So let's just test this and see if this works.
Alphas195 says, "What faction, guys?"
Okay, so that worked. What I'm not seeing is the automatic featured. That might come when I actually go into the game, and if not, I'll have a play with that, because it should theoretically pick up who isn't allowed to be spoken out loud without filters, and it's acting a bit weird recently. Let me just have a quick look at that. Yep, that's not changed name, so that should work. Okay, let's go into me in a second, and we'll see what happens. And I'll leave that there. So, day 2 of the swarm. I just want to get a handle on exactly how it's working. What I have been doing in the meantime is grinding this character out a bit. So as you can see, he's got an expedition staff. I've been putting a few extra things into my ship. I've been grinding out a bit of space here. I've got a bulkhead to put in my freighter, which I haven't done yet. Actually, I'll do that while I remember. Yeah, so generally I'm trying to earn a few nanites, etc. So let's go back to my Alphas. I collected some crashed sentinels, scrapped them, and spent some time at trading post waiting on the exotic. It turns out to be a blue royal exotic. So there appears to be an issue where you can only fly your own coloured ship. I've relayed this out a bit, so as I come in, I've got a trade terminal, I've got a storage container, I've got a refiner, and then there's nothing down here really. There's just, I probably won't be sending out fleets in this expedition. What I will be doing is putting that bulkhead in. Storage. Oh, and I also did a bit of pirating to get a few things here. Hi Sam, how are you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying the expeditions, the idea of it. I think it might be a little bit of a grind, but what I've decided to do is grind the character up a bit. Because everything's time gated, so that you have to only do things every few hours. I think it's like an 8-hour segment. So let's have a quick look at that. I think you can do that without coming to the anomaly, actually. I think you can just do it in here, track swarm activity. You can just start missions here. What I'm interested in is whether these systems change if we go a long distance. I might test that out. I don't think there's any difference between activating it here and activating it in the interface. Now, I would have thought at this stage the logical thing to do is do the restores and get lots of points on the board and then worry about who's winning later. But I don't know if we can do multiple of the same, so we'll find out. We've got 3 hours to do it. I don't think that will take 3 hours.
Sunvimes 9258 says, I've not been around much. Real life has been eventful lately. Hoping to spend more.
That ... comes out quite nicely on that. Been eventful. Well, I hope it's not bad eventful, but either way, good to see you.
Sunvimes 9258 says, 3 factions and time-limited missions.
Yeah, it's basically how it's working. Robot Lady isn't working properly. I have to do it manually at the moment.
Says,
it was on auto. I'm going to try and fix it in a minute by doing something else. I'm going to try and get the stream name and throw that into the mix. Let's just land first. Still getting those weird lines on the rendering from above. It always just seems to pick a POI. We might actually have something we can fly on. Hey, come here. Doctor's companion. Defeat. Gently pat. And ride. Okay, right, let's have a look where we are.
Thermal protection falling.
Sunvimes
I haven't tested it yet.
958 says, have they fixed the glitch building timing with this update?
I've yet to really go back into the building yet. My bet is they haven't done anything with the core mechanics of the game, because it just feels like usually things start to render a bit slower and things like that, because they have to change things like rendering options and stuff, because building is related to the rendering, and there were no obvious changes to any of the assets or any of the what was in my VRAM cache. So probably bad news there. Yeah, glitch building timing is so tight at the moment, and variable depending on the part. It's really not a good situation. Someone online was asking about glitch building. I was like, this isn't a good time to learn. I've got nothing here. Why on earth is it sending me in this way? Why did it land there? Marker beacon. No, that's just normal. That's just the X for marker. I think I'm going to jump in my ship, especially as there's a storm coming.
Extreme night temperature detected. Temperature levels stable.
Ignition V says, did they tweak the timing of glitch building?
What they did is they messed it up for us. They changed a few things with rendering, and it just seemed to mess up timing. So we have to, for instance, if you wanted to glitch a wall, no, not really much of a problem, except it's very, very short timing. But then when they when you try and glitch something bigger, like say for instance a teleporter, you have to do a much longer much longer interval between the two buttons. So it's just a mess. Even with macros, you have to know all of the different timings in order to get it to work. So yeah, as Simon's saying, they just screwed it up really. They just made a mess of it. That's better.
Thermal protection falling.
So I was also looking at the this corrupted Ica, and it seems to refine to nanites. So I was thinking maybe it would be a bit like Pugnium, because it's got the same icon, only black. But it doesn't seem to have any of the other recipes associated.
Technology reaching. Thermal protection falling.
How many do I need? Just one more. That's the beauty of a hot storm. So yeah, so what this really feels like, I would say, this expedition, is it feels like the type of thing that you would do a bit like doing your daily. Hang on, let's just. A little bit like doing your daily Quicksilver mission, not Quicksilver. Well, yeah, your Nexus missions. Because once you've done your time gated options, then you're kind of left to your own devices. Now, there's not an awful lot else to do in No Man's Sky at the moment, so I was just kind of progressing this character so he's ready for the fight at the end, which is inevitable, it feels like. But apart from that, if you're not of a mind to play the expedition save or kind of grind it out, then it feels like it's not for you, as it were. It's not going to be for everybody, this expedition, by any means. I think a lot of people just want to go into the expedition, get their stuff, and finish. And of course, this isn't one of those. Oh, I'm going back to the space station. I don't want to go back to the space station. Does it just... Oh, it just... I don't even have to go back to the thing, because it just counts it. So let me just do another one. Can I do the same mission again? No, mission completed. 2 hours 51 remaining until next activity. So I can't do the same one twice. So at the moment, I don't think there's much point in sabotaging other people, even if, like, at the moment, my team is third. It feels like the most important thing at this stage is to start getting points, because we need to build this. But it's not clear exactly how that works. How is that score calculated? Yeah, I mean, I've got nothing against just doing the save. It's kind of fun in and of itself. It's just another way of playing the game. I always just like finding new ways of playing this game. Let me just respond to that.
Alphas195 says, and agree with you, Pharaoh. This is safe you can build up for the next 2 months.
What's that actually done? Has that actually sent something to a planet? I didn't see it go. Oh, that's because it was behind it. It's a nice coloured planet. It's actually hard to spot sometimes, that. Now this is going to be where it's tricky, when some of these missions have got bases next to them, because it seems to be choosing planets that are nearby. Then it feels like you can't always be guaranteed. That just pulled me out. Always be guaranteed that you aren't disrupted by player bases. For instance, if you need to dig or what's that about that time? Now, where's the thing gone? Ah, hostile swarm engaged. Eliminate swarms, but I'm not seeing any swarms. So what's going on here? Ah, here they are.
Hostile ships approaching.
that counter, I don't think that's necessarily working very well. I'm not sure, or unless it's backwards, of course. I'm just reading it wrong. Star Shield batteries, that's a nice thing to get out of that.
Technology recharge.
Oh, the other thing I did is I spent a load of nanites in the anomaly. It's getting all of the is that it? Getting all of the recipes. So if I need anything, I can build it. I don't know, Gravnor. That's something I'm going to try and find out today.
Grafnord says,
So I've got to get out of the habit of
"Just
answering the
got into
question.
phase 3. Please tell me these missions aren't all in the same specific system. I've warped a long way off the path."
I'm hoping not. Let me just see if I can get this thing working properly. Get the chat working properly, because it's not working properly at the moment. So if I copy that and then sources. Now, why can't I change that? YouTube video. Paste that. Okay. This isn't working. Why is this? Why did they change this? Hi, Gary. Good to see you.
Gary420X says, "And hey all.
I can't work out what is going wrong with this. I'm gonna have to look into that a bit more deeply. Right, so I don't think there's any point in undermining other groups at this stage. So, done that mission, haven't done that mission. But what I could do is I could use this mission as a way of testing to see if it does stay on the same system. So if we start warping, oh, hang on, I'm not fueled up. I haven't even got any fuel at the moment, and I haven't got any condensed carbon. So let's start one step at a time. Have we got any activated metals in this system? No. So which is most likely to be. Let's go there. Did anybody answer your question? Any advantage to starting? Hang on, let's put that up.
Ignition V says. Any advantage to starting with a fresh save? Pharaoh of Euclid.
I don't think there's any disadvantage. I mean, you can switch back and forth between your save, but you do need to do more than just grind the missions. You need to be progressing so that you can be ready for the fight at the end, I would imagine. So, I mean, a standalone save. I was standing the wrong way. I was thinking that's a strange look. A standalone save feels a little bit more contained, so you could just have it as a separate thing that you worry about, and then if you don't want to play it all the time, go to a different save. But I don't think there's any disadvantage to either way, really. Yeah, you could definitely take things across. You can't take ships across, but you seem to be able to fly only ships of your colour. That's the thing I wanted to test as well. It's a very confusing thing about the colours of the ships. You can claim stuff from the anomaly. So if you've got previous expedition ships, you can claim those, and you seem to be able to fly them. You don't seem to be able to fly other ships. It's almost like they've forgotten to bar ships from the anomaly. Did he say he was flying the Sentinel Interceptor? You'd have to ask Gravnaut. Did your Sentinel Interceptor just match your colour, or were you not flying it? Did they just not bar those? Could just be another oversight, I guess. Quite a lot of trees here.
Gravnaut says. Ignition V Royal is red. And those Sentinel ships were red. The exotic I bought was blue.
And were you able to fly the exotic? Are there even... I can't even remember if green's a royal colour. Is green a royal colour? I don't think it is. Red and blue can both be picked up at exotics. I think I would just so never look at green ships normally. I can't even remember if you can get green exotics. What was I doing? It also feels like some of the ship colours seem to be rendering strangely. It's almost like the ship colour rendering has been a little bit messed up by the system. Let's get that oxygen. Yeah, it's Pharaoh the Green. I was very disappointed, but it seems like you don't have any choice, regardless of your answers. You always get the colour that you're assigned. At least it seems that way. Why have I not got condensed carbon? So that's the other thing I've done, as I have I did a bit of grinding off screen, as you can tell.
Gary420X says, I used Save Editor to copy my main save outfit to the expedition and it auto-colored him red.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that one. It just seems that, because that's the only colour available to you. If you go into the what's it called? The costume thing. It's the only colour available to you is your colour. Some sources of this stuff if I'm going to travel any distance. Suit selector. That's definitely not what it's called. Appearance modifier. I really need a teleport on this ship. I haven't got any space yet. That's about as much as I can make right now. I should probably get a bit more carbon. Need a lot more. I need a lot more oxygen. But I have got the recipe for warp hypercores, so really what I need to do is find some storm crystals and we'll make the rest of them into warp hypercores.
Technology recharged.
Yeah, so there seem to be some strange rules. I haven't tested this myself. I've just seen other people say that you can't fly ships of different colours. You can buy them, but it said you couldn't fly them. But there just seems to be things that you can and can't fly, so... I haven't really got an awful lot of money at the moment. I've got 1.7. Right, what was I going to do? I was going to see how far we could get along the galactic path. And then see if it makes us go back. I guess one thing about going into the anomaly and selecting a mission is that it warps you there. I don't know if it warps you there if you select it from here. If I'm in the log and I track and then I select this, still the same system, so it hasn't changed during the timer. I think if I click on start it will probably... No, it's just asking me to... I wonder if I can cancel it. Abandon mission. So let's go into the anomaly. Selected from the core. I bet it warps me back there. Although that might have been just part of the expedition when it was warping us, just as a shortcut. If I select that now and then leave the anomaly, certainly when I was doing these missions, it warped me to them. But I wonder if it won't here. Let's find out. Yes, it does. So there you go, Gravnot. It doesn't really matter if you've gone miles away. As long as you've got a teleport to get back, it will take you back to the set mission spots. Want to see if we're in an editable area, but can we edit this stuff? Or is this part of the asset? No, it's part of the asset. So Kino coil. The other thing I've done on this one, I've given myself a neutron cannon. To be prepared.
Radiation protection. Warning.
Not very good yet. I figured I'd get a load of nanites and make it a bit better. They heal each other. Rapid fire, a bit easier.
Radiation protection. Warning.
I'm not on the right thing. So this here makes me think that Light No Fire is definitely going to have some kind of harvesting ability from physicalized harvesting of certain substances.
Technology.
Glass, haven't got the glass. I've got silicate powder. Yes. Don't need quite that much.
Radiation protection. Falling.
So I wonder if we are going to be pulling things off of trees, for instance, in Light No Fire, or off of crops or something.
Repent. Radiation protection.
Nip buds, interesting.
Technology. Recharge.
Should try and get some uranium while I'm here.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Storm clearing.
Kinglik 451
Hi,
says.
King Lich, good to see you again. Right, so looking for uranium. There we are. On the side of that hill.
Falling.
I should look to see if there's easy discoverable creatures. Flying, ground great. Yes, they are. Get a few nanites that way.
Received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Bought a bit of uranium in a space station, but it's no substitute for the free stuff.
Gary420X says. I wonder what's going to happen to this statue or whatever it is at the end of the expedition.
I don't know. I mean, is it just going to replace the Nexus, or is it going to be somewhere else? There's not an awful lot of spare space in the Nexus at the moment. feels like we're building one right where the Nexus is at the moment. Once these things start to follow you, they're a pain.
Technology recharged.
Let's get that creature. It's moving.
Units received. Units received.
So after I've got this uranium, my next thing I'm going to be doing to progress this save, apart from getting these creatures for the nanites, is finding some activated metals. So we've got only 3 more to get. Ground, flying ground.
Technology recharged.
Yeah, I'd imagine it hasn't changed in the normal save. I haven't been back to a normal save, but I certainly wasn't expecting it to be different. But once it's built, where's it going to go? Any qualifiers on these animals? Rare ground, rare flying, rare ground. So it's just rareness. That's the rare flyer.
Units received. Units received. Radiation protection falling.
Not seeing him. Just double check. Yeah, rare ground. I am using it. I haven't actually looked at its stats yet. I think it will probably be just a version of the standard Expedition multi-tool we always get. But what classification it will be, whether it will be an Atlantid or an experimental, whatever, I'm not sure.
Radiation protection falling.
It's getting very warm here. I need to open a window, which means there could be background noise. Let's hope not. Try desperately to follow me up then. Come on, where are you?
Damage detected.
One more.
Technology recharged.
One more ground creature. The bees.
Radiation protection falling.
Ah, it just blinked into existence over there and then out again. Is it one of those muskats or whatever they would be called? No, it's just a bouncer. There we go. Right, is there activated anywhere here? Yes, there is. So presumably now, if we look in here, it just gives us a countdown to when we can do it again. Yeah. So 2 hours, 12 minutes. So it's just like an interval. I'm going to experiment and see if the... After I've got some activated Indian, see if all of the interceptors are your own colour, because I just remembered I have a carrier AI fragment from when I was fighting the Sentinels, again off stream. Because I was doing some pirating and ended up deciding to fight the Sentinels off. I presume this is not the storm. I don't see any storm crystals yet.
Falling.
So this is going to be a pretty extreme planet by the look of it. Ground, and one flying tie-in.
Extreme lines toxicity detected. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Diurnal, but we found it. So the rest are ground. 3 of them are rare, 1's uncommon. No other qualifiers.
Toxic protection.
Now we've got ominous music coming up.
Units received. Weather warning. Incoming storm. Toxic protection falling.
Get out from under there. There you go.
Toxic protection falling. Units received.
Let's just quickly refresh.
Toxic damage detected.
Have a look, see if we can see some storm crystals while we're flying, perhaps. There's one, just on its own. There's a couple. Small clusters, unfortunately. There's one over here.
Toxic protection falling. Infantry.
Ah, inventory full. I've got anything I can ditch.
Toxic protection falling.
Why have we got a Hiling Brain? I guess we can probably ditch that.
Toxic Toxic protection falling.
Okay.
Toxic damage detected. Toxic protection falling.
Four more would be nice. Shall fly.
Technology recharged.
Oh, there's a nice little cluster. Is that just 3 or is that all 4? Don't land on them. Just suddenly zoom towards them. 3 of them.
Protection falling.
Oh, getting picked up.
Toxic protection.
Luckily, I've got the ones I wanted. Okay, so one more.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay, that'll do me for a little while. Notice this happening a lot. The launch sequence being really slow. Is that just a thing now?
Streamlined toxicity detected.
Count those in if I can find the right. These just offer tempting targets, but they just seem to destroy you if you go anywhere near them. They don't seem to be able to take out their weapons either. Whoa. That's not nice. Really did take me out straight away. So is it going to be difficult to get my grave back? Is it even going to let me? It's there somewhere. There it is. Yeah, the thing's moved now. Oops. So I can only presume we're either going to have to do that as a joint thing, or they're going to give us some new technology to defeat it, because it's just too good.
Graph North says, Pharaoh Fuclid, I think the launch /landing problems are due to resource proximity.
It's possible, but I've just seen it an awful lot, and I don't think I'm always right beside things, but I guess it depends on what it's looking at. It's certainly not every time, so it could be that. It's just being ultra cautious. Did it damage my ship? No, it didn't, actually. That's interesting. At least I didn't get that white out and have to go to a planet again like we did last time. That was weird. Anything I can sell? Got some platinum. I don't know if I need it. Suspicious packet tech that I could actually pop. So what I was going to do next, I was going to use this, wasn't I? Some stuff out of the way. Should probably keep that there. Pop those. Put that in my starship. I don't really need that anymore. Actually, I'm just going to throw it away. No idea where the hyaline brain came from. Maybe that was from fighting. Far enough away from the space station. Yeah, so that's not green. A. I've actually got rid of all my radiant shards, haven't I? One salvage glass I can... Right, there's one right there, that's handy. Another one right there, didn't even spot it. It must have been just behind it.
Radiation protection falling.
You could fly that. A bit picky about your sentinels, perhaps? I must admit, there are some sentinels I just don't like the look of. Right, so we need the inverted mirror. Anywhere over there. So we get in our ship. Just in case it's picked another one up. No, it hasn't. Yeah, in expeditions I'm not quite so picky. Except when you get given a really terrible hauler that's so slow and cumbersome. very quickly get something else. Or of course, if they give us an unattractive shuttle. I'm just going to watch my scanner. Doesn't seem to be many resonance. Is it resonance dissonator? What's the word? Resonance. Why am I not seeing any? That one there? I saw it before it even came up on the scanner.
Hostile scan detected.
Don't really want to be picking a fight now. They're not going to disappear, are they?
Radiation protection falling.
Maybe if I engage them. It's awkward when they don't start searching. So you can't get away from them.
Technology recharge.
This will get away from them though. It should do. There we go. See ya, Alphys. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Alphys195 says, "Bye guys."
I'll pop there in a minute. never know when they'll come in handy. Right, so can we fly it or can't we? We will find out. Oh, walker break is excellent. Wait, oh, have I got the inverted mirror in my ship? Just too far away. Because I shot it, didn't I? Yes, of course.
Technology repaired.
Right, let's see. Yep, we can fly it. It ain't green, but it doesn't matter. Now I've got that. Because there's that in the screen, it was not letting us land here. It's a bug that just keeps coming back. Yeah, I've got a ship similar to this in blue that I quite like. My other save. Right, let's transfer some of this stuff then. What have we got space for? Let's consolidate a few things. Still got two highly braked. That's odd. So it didn't take it from me? I don't know. Didn't change it? Or did I have three all along? I don't think I had three all along. Let's do these first. Pretty much a ship, but of course I won't be able to use them from my ship. I'll just mess myself up here.
No free slots in ship inventory.
You know, it's a silly game of moving stuff around. got large rocket tubes. We didn't need to move that. Phase beam as well. And got both of those, so I don't need those. Back in the other ship, perhaps. Or I could scrap them and scrap the ship, I suppose. What's interesting is that all of the promotional material shows corvettes. We don't seem to be able to fly corvettes in this expedition. We should get a few more radiant shards now. We're going to start flying these things. The closest can't be. We did do them all. I was scanning around. For those, the only question really now is what's in the other ship. I can do that up at the space station. Let's take this out for a spin. Doesn't quite feel as fast as my fighter. Faster. Maybe do this in my freighter. Squirrel things away. That way. What am I doing? I keep those in my ship. Right, so I'll probably squirrel those away for now. Don't really need that hanging around. Platinum, hardly ever use it. That belongs there anyway. Belongs in here. So my ship. And got an awful lot of dihydrogen that I should be refining. Nice. No. Nothing at all. And there it is. That's my ship just arriving there, is it? Rather damaged my reputation with the Viking because I went pirating in a Viking system. -45. So I might want to fake passport for that. I swear they keep changing the way these are lit. Find this. Now I've got
infantry.
See, that definitely sounds like something's landing. There's nothing here. Now, I don't know if we... Wow, that keeps flicking. I don't know if we need this at all, but I'm going to turn it into nanites for now.
Technology recharged.
Is that all of it? I've got 20 more. Just moving stuff out of here, aren't I? So carry on. No, not exosuit. Starting to rain. Keep those. Definitely want those. Now it feels like we've got a bit of space to actually do something with this ship, and we can expand it beyond that. Getting somewhere. Okay, done. So where are we on the timer? Have we got time? Yeah, I was thinking the uranium wouldn't be particularly useful now. $127. We're at 141 into the stream. It's a little bit tight. Usually I would do for 3 hours or less, and we're probably going to run too long if we could do that. So I'll continue setting up my character. So the next thing I really want to do, have I got enough? No, I haven't got enough salvage data. Let's get a bit of salvage data and get an exocraft. A planet. Pardon me. That's high sentinel activity, don't we? What's that one? It's not showing. Bladed. It might be. There are some. So now I should probably get technology that, because I've got some space in my starship now. Oh, I didn't even switch back to my other ship. I was in the habit of jumping into this fighter. Should maybe scrap it, so I don't keep jumping into it. Get salvage scrap on these things. I can't remember. Got salvage scrap, you know what I mean? Doesn't look like it here. I've got my 250 nanites though. If there's nothing in this system, then I might just go elsewhere. Is everything high sentinel activity in this? That isn't. Yeah, I'm not gonna go and look for loads of buildings. I just saw that it's like they just immediately tell me, oh, there's some free nanites just sitting there, so I find them hard to resist. Out of jump range. No, we should have got into the other ship. Should I scrap this ship? It's the only green ship, though, that I've got. No weapons if that just suddenly attacks me. Now it looks like I'm in Team Red. Secretly red, or secretly green, while pretending to be red. What have we got in this one? 14, that's quite nice. There's all underwater, or ground, or flyers. So that's quite nice if we can get them all. And we'll be running around. Oh, there's a... Well, I suppose I've got a flyer now, but I bet that's quicker than my weird flying thing. I've got two. Yes, I've got 2 slots. This terrain. That's definitely faster. That's the triple fingers. Oh, there's some. So it wasn't scanning it. Why wasn't it? Is it only when I'm on foot? Problem with us. So there it is. Yeah, Yeah, I just don't think it was picking it up while I was on the back of the...
Received.
What was the red thing? No, it might have been a bird, I suppose. It didn't look like one.
Received.
That's a slow mover.
Received.
Yeah, quite a lot of salvage data can be accessed without digging, which is, I always feel like, is a bug. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Very occasionally they fix it. I'm just in the habit of digging, so I don't even try. Let's try this one without digging. No, that one won't let me. It's probably a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's definitely a bit deeper. Salvage container. I guess it gets some cash. Didn't get that one. Probably need some oxygen. There's the train manipulator, never mind. Right. There's no one. The rocket pack is not quite as good as I think it is. There we go. That should do us for a while, really. 26. I suppose we could round off the stack. spending them in a minute. That's going to be 2. Is that grave? No, it's not grave. Should find one grave along the way.
Life support power low.
All of my boosting around. Right on my ship. Well, it's a good job YouTube is telling you at least sometimes.
Mission B says, ha, YouTube's telling me now, Pharaoh is live, virulent.
Typical, a robot lady doesn't know the difference between contexts for live and live. Yeah, Grabnor, I just kept missing the damaged machinery. I know that that's one of your sore spots if you see somebody just continually ignoring all the damaged machinery. It's a habit that I would try and avoid doing in abandoned mode. I'm thinking I'm just going to stick to the Roma, and because it's got decent space, easy to build. Maybe build that.
Item received. Item received.
Oh, why doesn't it go back into the menu consistently?
Item received. Item received.
Did exactly the same timing that time, and it didn't work.
Item received.
Probably need that. Which reminds me, I need one for my ship. Or no, does the Sentinel doesn't need a teleport coordinator, does it? Because it has one automatically, I think. A teleport receiver, rather. I do need it to get to there and there anyway.
Received.
just making that up, or is, I can't remember now. Economy scanner. What else do we need? We don't need that right now. We've got loads of nanites though. I've already got this. I don't like spending things that I don't need.
Item received.
Ignition V says, I asked my AI friend, should I play this expedition, after giving it a ton of inputs. It said, give it 30 minutes, if you don't like it bounce.
Probably want those at some point. I suppose we could start getting the different drives, because it doesn't seem to be giving us them in this expedition.
Item received. Item received.
In this case, if we put all of this stuff in, we're going to have to get some more slots. Anything else? Jester could be useful, I guess. That should definitely be in there. Probably already have it. Well, it certainly seems that way. I'm now a secret spy for the Greens into the Red camp.
Item received.
I would have given me these, but I've got nanites burning a hole in my pocket now.
Item received. Item received. Item received.
Should I get the skiff? I'm not going to get the activated quartzite in a hurry.
Item received. Item received.
Don't really need that either. Well, we've got most things we need. Just want to check that I can make. No,
Item received.
just in case later on. I don't really need to make crafting stuff. Sometimes you need to make lubricant, I guess.
Item received. Item received.
I'll do for now. I guess we're going to have to, well, we don't have to make a base, but we could just put our actually, have we got a beacon? I don't think we had a beacon when I was looking before. Let's say I'll check here. I might as well do it before I leave. less handy. Trap could be handy for some passive nanites, I guess.
Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received.
Got enough of the solar panel. So I can
Item received.
proximity switch. Switches sometimes I use. Automated trap does equal fishing. Should really look at this from outside. So presumably this is one of those ships that just raises and lowers its wings slightly. Yeah, so much quicker. at that. Yeah. Right, I think that might be it. I don't really, as I'm just grinding and I can't really go back into the countermeasure system yet because we've got to wait another hour. But I might call it a day. Then maybe, like I did yesterday, just do a little bit of grinding of the character and like building the things I need off screen, and then come back and do the next few missions. So either way, thanks for watching. I've been Pharaoh, and goodbye for now. And hopefully at some point I'll get this stupid woman, stupid robot lady thing actually speaking. But cheerio in the meantime.